Connected. Connected. We are connected. Time to start. For maybe an hour or so. Who knows? Let's join the server and get going. If it'll ever load. Yes, it will. And there it is, the barracks. It's done. What do you think? We'll have to fly up there and check it out, won't we? It looks a little bit better than it did before. So it's just the barracks. It's just a place for them to communally sleep. That's all it's for, okay? It's that simple. So it's just got 22 beds in it. And that's it. Now I have the hiccups. Great. So of course all these are doors to help, the NPCs around. But then they go out here and there it is. It's all it is. It's not special on the inside. It's just 11 beds on each side. They fit in nicely, and then, they don't get a huge nice view, but they get something if they're going to sleep. And it connects both towers. And that's it. Just a cute little barracks. So it's just for them to sleep, because there's a bunch of NPCs. And, of course, it overlaps the garden area. I'm thinking about extending the garden area out to the edge right here. Not sure I want to do that. But, I don't have to do that. I just thought about it. So let's actually look at how much this is actually going to cost in resources. So I used the current area here, and I looked at it. So I said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's going to cost 12 more marble pillars, and it's going to cost 66 wool. So it's going to cost 12 more marble pillars. I have 6 marble pillars right now, actually. Where are my crafting tables? There they are. What is this? Stone lumber X. I think I can drop that off. Put a crafting table here. And they're going nuts with all these doors. They're breeding pretty rapidly with the towers that I built. It only introduces 2 more doors, so it's not really about doors. It's just about adding a place for them to sleep. And that's the whole point. That was just the whole idea behind it. So I need 6 more. So I should have 6 more. So let's begin, shall we? So we're going to just, oops, give me that. So we're going to plop these down. I know I'm a midget right now, tiny little bat, but we're good. So we got that, and then we have to destroy, did I destroy the fence? No, I only destroyed the, I didn't destroy the fence at all, actually. No. So, I didn't put the ledge here like I put over here. See, here I overlapped with the ledge, and I didn't put that here. So I kind of screwed up already. Someone's calling me, but it says scam likely, so I'm not really interested. I've learned not to really trust those. Besides, it's an area code of like 715 or some shit like that. It's not even in my state, much less my county or anything, Okay, I forgot that I had extended this out a little bit. So, actually, it goes out to there with the extension. So, this wall actually extends a bit. So we've got to, just a tiny little bit. It only extends by 2, but it does extend. So, yeah, by 2. So I actually put the pillars here, right here on this tile, right here. So, then we can say, okay, time to put these up because, they're there. And I did put more of these up. So we can extend this a bit. That needs to go away because this needs to go here, and this needs to extend right there. Once that extends, as it should, then you put the 3 more pillars. So where are my pillars at? Yes, they're there. 1, 2, and 3. 1. So I did this on purpose. You know, I extended it out. And then I made a bunch of marble pieces right here to extend it. I think it's 44 marble pieces, actually. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, it's 44 pieces of marble that I cut up into that. So do I have any more of those, or do I need to make more of them? I do have more marble. I strip mined a little piece of area over there. Where did I do it? Well, I was looking around for places to find marble, and I was like, well, I know that it can exist in hills, so I just flew over and said, is there a hill I can exploit? And lo and behold, there was a couple hills that I said, you know what, I'm going to just fly around and see if I can find a hill. And right there, the mouse cursor is on it right now. I went over there and said there's probably marble there, so I went to the top and dug a hole straight down until I reached lava, finding all the resources along the way there. So I did strip mine that little piece of rock up there and found about 3 more stacks of marble. So that's where I got the extra marble from. Yeah, it's a little bit of strip mining, but it's for a good cause, okay? Okay. Okay, so I actually needed more of these columns because I used them here. Yeah, 3 columns up. So I need 6, actually, more marble columns. There you go. 6 more marble columns. And it's 5 pieces, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's right there. This is it right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, I like to be symmetrical, and yeah, I'm going to have 2 barracks worth. It just makes me happy to have them. Do I require them? Absolutely not. It's not a requirement in the slightest. It's just something I wanted to do. It makes me a little happy to give the NPCs a tiny bit of amenities. Okay? So I need 44 pieces of marble chiseled. So if I grab the chisel and I do 44 pieces of marble, there. So I grab this, and I've been fond of this piece right here, so I'm just going to grab that. So we'll just move the stack. I said we will move, there it is. And we'll do this. So it's not fancy, but I'm relatively happy with the design. I got to use the cobble steps, finally, for something constructive. Even though I could have just thrown them away because cobble's infinite. I made them a long time ago for the dungeon. I haven't completed the dungeon in a long time, so I wanted to do something with them at the moment, and I did. And it's not a horrible thing to finally use the resources that I've created instead of throwing them out. Anyway, yeah. So we're fine like this, and it's going to extend all the way here. I really don't have to remove any of the other marble pieces because most of them are visible. You know, except the one that connects to this, but you know. So there's other marble pieces, and I used smooth for the floor. I thought it looked okay as a barracks. I was debating on whether I wanted to do. This is marble, my friend. We do not. Our soldiers do not get marble flooring. Okay, they get stone flooring. Okay, so let's try this again, shall we? There we go. Where's the other piece? Should be a 3rd piece floating around here somewhere. Did it pop off in a weird place, or did I already grab it? I probably already grabbed it. F7. It looks like I still. Oh, there it is. F7. Okay. I should have taken care of all of the spawn areas around here, so no one can have nasty surprises. And I took care of all the spawn area in that barracks, so. Don't worry, this will be taken care of as well. So I'm here. My actually, it's a lot easier to actually do this while walking on the ledge. Oh, fuck. This is why Silk Touch is cool. But that's alright. That's alright. I mean, I have infinite of this stuff anyway, so it's not really a big deal. Okay. So then I have to do 44 pieces of this, which comes from smooth, as we all know. So you grab the chisel, and you do 44 pieces. And you grab this in here, and you go, okay, so... Oh, I don't need 44 pieces of this. 44 minus 6 is, of course, 38. Somebody is on Discord.
What's up?
Oh, you hear me? Okay, great. I am streaming the Minecraft awesome stuff, or the Minecraft craftwares. So yeah, like right now on YouTube. So if you want to watch it on YouTube, go ahead. People who might watch me on YouTube later will not know who the hell you guys are, like always, and they'll be like, he's talking to these phantoms. Right
now I'm trying to repair my computer.
Oh, okay. Oh, anyway, I need windows. I need 44 windows. Correction. I need 38 windows. Well, they only come in units of 16, so I'm going to have extra. Yeah, 22.
I literally had to, like, clean start my computer to see if it'll fix it.
There we
If
go.
not, I have to factory reset the whole entire thing again, second time in a month, a year's period.
I've had to do that several times. Then you gotta talk to Microsoft about your freaking Windows key again. It's really annoying. Oh, how come you're changing hard drives so much? We don't believe you. We think you're soliciting your key to someone. Oh, fuck off.
I say I'm not soliciting my key to anyone. I'm soliciting it to my HP hard drive because their software is a piece of crap.
I updated my motherboard and had to jump through hoops to get my Windows 10 re-registered. Well, you didn't back it up like you were supposed to. You were supposed to go to the system thing on the Windows 10, like when it tells you operating system, and then connect it to one of your emails, and then to do that, and then blah blah. And I'm like, why the fuck do I need to do that? You know, no. Like, I remember Windows XP, Windows 7. I had the disk. I would just stick it in and reinstall it. You know. Stop being such a prick, Microsoft, when it comes to this shit. It pisses off all of the end users who legitimately use your software, and it doesn't help piracy in the least. You know?
It's like time, because this is like a $2,000 computer where we got it on sale. So we paid like $1,000, but it's an omen. So the first time, the main primary drive failed with Windows on it, and it kept having issues and crashing. So my dad finally started working on it, and he figured out that the drive was going bad. So he called HP. He's like, look, I need this computer sent off and repaired. Like, okay, well, we need this, and this, and he gave it to me. He goes, all right, well, you still have warranty for like another month, so send it in and we'll fix it.
Yeah, it never works. The warranty never does anything.
Lost my computer.
Yeah, well,
They said it takes about a week to fix it, and we'll send it back to you. Week passed. Called them up. Yeah, I needed to check on an old gaming laptop. Okay, what's this? Yeah, we don't have that registered on our system. I yelled at them, and I said, they better have registered in their system, but they don't find it, they're sending me a new one, brand new.
No, they won't.
Hold on.
No, they won't.
I think I found it here. Oh, yeah, they will.
You think they'll send you a new one? They're not. They're gonna make up some bullshit excuse as to why they're not responsible for your shit. Did you get the Did you get the tech's name? Did you get his name? Did you get his badge ID number? Did you do all of the stuff that you should not have to do? You know?
I'll go to UPS and I'll be like, yeah, I need to check this package. Can you tell me that it was delivered? What location was it delivered from? When was it delivered? What time? What date? Okay, thank you. And throw it in their face. I said, here's the proof that it was delivered. Want to cause more bullshit?
It never works, man. I mean, we know how we want it to work, but that's just not how it works.
You just gotta get a proper attorney that knows what the hell you're doing.
Oh, sure, if you get a good lawyer, but I mean, I don't have the money for that, and they know most people don't have the money for that. It would cost more in attorney fees then you get out of them.
Well, see, most attorneys actually will, depending on how much the product is and stuff, most attorneys' fees will come out of after you win the case. So when they go to win a case, they add extra onto it, like pain and suffering and stuff like that, onto the fee, so it'll cover their attorney. So if your laptop say $5,000, for example, they'll try to get $10,000 to cover their.
Well, it's nice to think that people are on your side.
So if it's damaged, I can't send it off to you. I have to pay the $400 or $500 for another fucking data drive. Because the dumbasses put a fucking data drive inside of it instead of a hard drive, disk drive, whatever it's called. And if anything fucks up on a data drive, it's got to try and fix the errors. And if it can't run and fix the errors, then the data drive's useless. But it's not a physical disk.
Nope.
So if that's the case, now I have a $2,000+ laptop that's fucking useless.
You got a $2,000 brick. It's not useless. It's a paperweight. It does stuff. It does stuff.
Yeah, hitting over the head of the CEO. Give me a new laptop. No. Another one. No. When are you gonna listen? Never. Okay, you get a new laptop for free.
I'm not listening. If they're Apple, good luck. Apple don't give a fuck about their customers ever.
Microsoft doesn't give a shit about anyone.
Nobody gives a shit. It's all about corporation these days. No one gives a fuck. Oh fuck! I had enough of these.
Skype account. So my Skype account got hacked when I first lost internet the first time, right? So I contacted them and said, yo, my Skype account was hacked, my shit was stolen. Here's the login, here's the password, here's everything I know about it. Okay, well, we need 4 people's names on it. Okay, here. Those aren't names that are on the account. I said, the fuck it is? And they said, no, we need actual usernames that people use. I said, how the fuck do you expect me to know what the damn username is when I'm sitting here looking at the thing and it says their nickname?
Exactly.
If you want to do that, then set it to the username.
Well, you know, I told you they make it as difficult as possible. 22 times 3 is 66.
Comes in the form of a form. So you fill the shit out and send it to them. And then they go, oh, that's not good enough. Oh, that's not good enough. Oh, that's not good enough. Oh, that's not good enough.
Welcome to the world. Welcome to the world of, like, nobody gives a fuck.
No, that's welcome to the world of me hacking into freaking Microsoft Skype and getting my shit back.
Everyone talks big, but at the end of the day, you really have no power.
I mean, there's plenty of power.
I don't want to be a negative Nancy, but seriously, there's very little power you have against a corporation unless you have a class action lawsuit, and at that point, they're probably going to try and settle it out of court.
You want to settle it out of court? That's fine. Can you bring a computer?
Or they're gonna win.
I mean, hey. Sony tried to sue. I mean, look at Sony. They tried to sue that guy that modified the PS3 and they lost.
Whatever happened to the FCC regulation that this device must comply with all things, even those that might cause undesirable effects? You used to see that all the time.
The judge laughed him out of the courtroom.
Okay, guys, it looks like I have my second barracks. I need 3. What's 22 times 66? I need 66 wool. How much do I have? 38? Ah, fuck, I gotta shear some sheep.
They said that, once he purchases that, he owns it. If he wants to take it outside to shoot it with a 12 gauge, he can. There ain't a damn thing you can do about it. So if he wants to change the way it looks and some of the stuff inside, he can. There's nothing you can do about it. You lose and give him. Even an attorney will tell you that. Even like a.
I'm not a lawyer, and I'm just gonna say that.
Even with your whole computer, modifying it to do something, or anything in a console like a PS4. Now they won't repair PS4 if a part's been damaged, like the seal's been messed up on it. They won't. That means it loses warranty because it's been tampered with, and they don't know if you purposely tampered with it. But and a court against like specific things, like say You bought a computer, you bought a computer game system, you modified it, and modified it to where it could run like games from another country, right? Well, that to Sony is completely illegal bullshit. Well, to a judge, it's not illegal; it's 100% legal.
Yeah.
Because it's your product. Once you buy it, you own it.
I don't
The only way
know. A lot of
it's
times you
illegal-
get stuff and it's just a
only
license. It's
illegal
not
if you
yours.
take it. No, that's not how it works because it's a physical object. It doesn't work like that. It's a physical object.
Sometimes.
It'd be different if it was software. It's not software. It's a physical object.
I need to put a
And
torch.
that's why they lost. That's why Sony lost that court case. They can't own the right. They can own the rights, the software that's on it, and some of the stuff like that, and some of the specific parts. But they can't sue you for modifying it. That's not in their legal right. It's different if you modify it and make copies of it and then sell it on the internet. That's different. They can sue you for that because you don't have the rights to the game system. But when you buy it, you're buying your right to own that game system and do whatever you want with it.
They just don't have to. They don't have to.
The only way they have a court case against you is if they take it and if you take it and like buy 70 more and reproduce them and sell them.
They don't have to honor warranties if you tamper with it.
Well, no, they don't honor a warranty in general because of that. That's why you take it to a third-party company. If you need it fixed, take it to someone else with it. You don't send it to them because they don't know what the fuck they're doing anyways. Look at Microsoft with the Ring of Death on the Xbox 360. Look how long it took them to fix that. You know what caused that? The Red Ring of Death on the Xbox originally?
Overheating.
Nope. Human error.
Yeah, you put it in a place where it couldn't vent. It would overheat. But it was designed very poorly.
No, it was human error in the coding. There was something specifically in the coding of the motherboard that was off by 2 digits. And since it was off, it caused the Ring of Death. What it was the fan. It was the fan controlling part of the code, and the fan wouldn't turn on properly. I actually we had a job thing one year in middle school, and one of the Microsoft employees actually came there that worked on the Xbox. It was one of his fathers. He was part of the Xbox team that actually fixed the issue. But he said that's what it was. He said it was a human error when they coded it in for the computer to process and keep making them. Because they code everything in first, and then the computer goes and makes it. Well, they were off by a little bit of code, just like a couple numbers or letters or whatever, and that's what caused the bug in the system. Because they decided not to go over and check our coding. Which, if they would have caught it, would have saved them $40-50 million. Like with one of the Soul Calibers, right? When you play it, if you play it and you save your game and turn the system off and restart it, the game corrupts and wipes your hard drive, your memory card, the PS2. Well, see, if this doesn't want to work, then I have to have it factory. And if that doesn't work, then I need a new data drive, and I don't have the.
Well, guys, as you can see, the barracks is almost done. I just need 2 more beds. I was going to make it a double-decker, but I didn't have enough space on the top, and I didn't want to raise the top any. I could have made if I got rid of the window and put a half slab down, but didn't feel like it. Maybe I'll do that later. I don't know. But what I do know is I'm going to use up this gray wool first to make the 2 beds. First the gray wool, then some white wool. Whee! There you go. My 2 beds. It's my 2 beds. It's my 2 beds. There. There the barracks. It's done. What do you think? I've got 44 beds for the NPCs, even though they don't need them. I feel special. What?
20 minutes.
Huh?
Nothing.
Alright, well, anyway. There. Barracks is awesome, guys. Oh, I gotta make sure there's no surprises here for the NPCs. I gotta make sure. Yep, there's no exits here. Yay. They won't get jumped in here by a mob spawn. That's the whole reason I'm checking all this. You know.
The big issue right now with my primary hard drive is it's only 100 gigabytes.
What the hell are you living in the past?
That's what came with it.
Well, you
Sony's implemented a new thing that's making Windows 32 gigabytes inside.
That's why you gotta get a 4 terabyte. Those are usually standard. 2 terabytes standard now.
Not
Actually.
in this.
Well, you gotta get a new hard drive. Alright, so guys, we have...
They replaced it. They should have replaced it with a better version.
No, they're not.
What they probably did was take out the hard drive, repair the thing that they screwed up on to begin with, and put it back in there. And something else. When they they put Windows back on it and everything, but they didn't reformat the E drive. They just left it alone. I'm sending it to get repaired. Reformat the E drive too. They're stupid. HP is the worst company in existence.
They're not going to reformat your drive. Not unless you request that kind of stuff. And
yeah, but if I say a drive that's damaged.
Alright guys, I'm wondering if I should bridge the top. As you can see, the barracks bridges the center part of the tower. Like if the 3 sections of the tower, I'm not counting the bottom part. The bottom part was the hub area. So then you have the 3 actual tower sections. The barracks connects the middle on that side. I'm wondering if on the top side, I should connect a bridge and put things like the industry for the NPCs. Like I'll put like a forge, a library. I already have a little garden out there, but I could put a garden on the top and remove the crops. I could put some crops up there and remove the crops on the trellis area. I'm not sure if that would just add too much, because if I added a bridge on the top, I would essentially remove the reason I have a skylight here, which was an iron golem me sitting there. Although if I did it, I could in essence increase the size of the sandstone building by 2 stories. I don't think I want to do that. I think I'll just keep it as is. It doesn't look horrible, especially from the top. It looks, oops, I'm too high. Looks kind of neat. It is a square, but it gives the illusion it's a rectangle. Because the way I've built it, it really does give that illusion that it's a rectangle. So I built it like that. It does not look horrible. So they've got a barracks. No spawns, no mobs can spawn in there except them. It's a little bit weird when it's off-center like that. And you might say, well, why didn't you just center it? Because I could have. As you could clearly see, I could have centered it by 1. But the idea was to indent it a little. That was the idea. So from the top, you'll see it and it's not centered. And that makes some people with OCD say, oh man, it's not centered. But it also has some charm because it kind of looks like an H or a Roman numeral 2 or something. If I get really, really upset with it, I'll remove the indentation, because I wanted some of the garden trellis up here to be like with no roof on it. You know, I wanted this to actually be like with some sun, you know. That was the idea of indenting it. And also the idea of indenting it was to give it an indented look when you look at it from this area over here. So I'm not sure it worked though. I'm not sure you can tell. Yeah, you can. You can actually tell it's indented. And that was the goal. Not sure. Now that I think about it, I might not want to keep it indented, but there's some charm to that. So I think I'm going to keep it that way. Just for now anyway. If I get bored with it or get upset with it in the future, I'll change it.
All these problems with this laptop, I would have got it.
Okay, so I probably should go back up to my human self because I don't need to fly anymore. And I probably could take off F7. So, haven't been streaming that long, guys. I think I've been streaming for half an hour, maybe. I finished the barracks in record time.
Go about 3 hours.
I can't. I gotta go to bed, guy. If you're looking at a guy... Let's put up some of these resources. So, I can't build the mushroom towers yet. I gotta work on the NPC market now, actually. There's a couple of booths I could make. The NPC market is one level below the NPC village, and it's bare right now. So I actually could, in fact, start working on that. And I probably should. Let's put up some of these resources. Although I'm going to need more resources, to be honest. So, it's like, you're putting them up, just take them out again. Yeah, in a way. Okay, so do I have any glass? Yes, I can put up this glass. I can't really do anything with the glass panes. Let's keep those in the junk chest for now until I need to build something with glass again. Like this. Take them and, like this is the leftovers chest. So I have all this crap. From the things I've made in the past. I didn't know I wanted all that dirt for some stupid reason. Sample pieces. Oh, there's a magic roll here. Oh, okay. There's no regular blocks here, except maybe these dark wood and oak slabs, which I might take for the NPC market, actually. I have all these slabs, and I might use them. But I also want to ditch this off, and I just ditched the diamond chisel off because I don't need it. I can ditch that off. Actually, I might need to shear the sheep. I might want to keep that. These 2 blocks are now left over. So I got 38 of these. Well, I made more and forgot I had some in this chest. God damn it. Well, I used most of them. I did have like 4 stacks of those. Now I'm down to 38, so it's something at least.
I'm so tempted to just open this thing up and see what 2 hard drives they put inside of it.
Yeah, that's up to you. I think I'll take the dirt, put it away for now.
Well, it's restarting right now.
Okay,
it's supposed to be repairing the errors. If it can repair the errors, it would be fine, but it's not wanting to.
Okay, so I got this.
Because they thought it was intelligent to put a data drive in it where one error can kill the drive.
What is this?
If the data drives can't get corrupted, but they can get errors in it.
So, let's see, what was I doing? The marketplace. How do I want to make the booths? Well, I'm going to need some... There, I got some fence posts. I'm going to need some of those. I'll need some wool pieces and some... maybe some signs later. I won't make them right now. But I'm going to need... to keep them in, you got to... wood with wool with some posts. Half slabs can work too because they won't be able to jump up. They need 2 spaces, and if it's 1.5, they can't jump, and you can still communicate with them. So yeah, I think I'll grab the half slabs and some piles of wood just to see what I like. And if I'm going to need piles of wood, I'll just harvest the tree farm again. That's the whole point of making it. However, I don't really want the trees on top there, so maybe I'll get rid of those. But all in due time. Let's destroy the trees first. Because nature sucks. Get rid of these motherfuckers. Yeah. Kick the shit out of these trees.
So apparently there's another game called Future Story, something like that. But it's based off of Terra Firma. And I wonder how long it will take Microsoft to sue the person that made it. Because he literally copied and pasted Minecraft.
That's called asset flips. A lot of games have copied Minecraft ever since Minecraft got popular.
Yeah, but they added their own twist.
Everyone adds their own twist. Everyone says they've added something different to the genre of build it. Like, at least Dragon Warrior Builders actually doesn't use... The world is made of blocks, but like there's round things in the world, you know. Your characters are round. A lot of the monsters, like, they're not all made of block pixels. The only thing blocky is the actual world.
Yeah, but they literally stole Minecraft graphics and just updated a couple things to make it look different. But it's still Minecraft. I mean, the trees still look like Minecraft. It's literally like you're running the texture pack on it. That's what it is.
No, I'm not too worried. I don't mind. I don't play
Like,
many games that
the
many.
code and probably look at the code. It's probably almost even with Minecraft.
You're only speculating at this point, but hey.
You haven't seen it. It literally, it's spit an image of Minecraft, exactly copy and pasted. Just like they've changed the way the stuff looks, they've changed some of the sounds and things along those lines. It's literally like, it's like when Minecraft copied and pasted some of the mobs from Mo Creatures.
Yeah, but that was well, Mojang owned those, or I'm sorry, not Mojang. Notch. He owned that game, so of course he could use his own assets.
No, he can't.
You can use your own assets in another game.
No. You don't understand. Mo Creatures was a mod made by someone.
Oh.
They had no right legally to copy and paste it. That whole little law about any mod that you make we own is bullshit. It doesn't exist. It's not accountable in court. You can't even use it.
I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about Notch's other game that I don't remember anymore before Minecraft. He did take assets from that to make Minecraft.
Well, that's different. That's not what I'm talking about.
Well, that's what I was talking about, so okay.
I didn't even know he had another game. I'm talking about Mo Creatures, the mod.
Oh yeah, he did. Okay. It was an earlier game.
All I knew is he had Minecraft, and that's what he was playing to meet up, talk with his friends in his browser. I really hope this thing will start to fix itself.
Hey guys, as you can see, I actually got 16 dark wood saplings. Usually this thing is very stingy. Today it decided to give me double. I feel special. Let's actually get some of this. Oh yeah. So I got the wood, just in case I need a little bit of... Of course, you always get more jungle wood, so... Alright, so let's just replant all this. It's not a very big tree farm, but I don't need a very big tree farm. It's fun to have a very big tree farm. I don't need one. I get plenty of wood as is. If there was a lot of customers on the server buying my wood, like there was on a server I was previously on, I would make a bigger tree farm.
Why would someone buy our wood though when they...
I ran a shop. I ran a very strong economy on the previous server. People would make large builds, and they needed bulk resources.
I mean, I used to run, when I played Exit on the server that I played on, I mean, I ran the market for mob spawner.
So why are you upset that they had a market? And everyone, like, some people just need... I need two double chests of oak wood. Do you have it? Yes. Can I buy it off you? Yes. Here's the price. Oh, I have that. Yeah. Just give me the stuff you've mined. Bingo. I had a spreadsheet which had comparable pricing. Like, it was all priced according to an imaginary currency, but the imaginary currency was like what the American dollar is, which is built off just trust of the government. So my currency was not an item in Minecraft, but it was a currency that had value based on some of the rarest blocks in the game. And they weren't diamonds. Some of the rarest blocks in the game were silk-touched emerald blocks, because if you destroyed them and got emeralds out of them, that's common. You can get infinite emeralds. But you can't get infinite emerald blocks if you silk-touch them. So that was rare. Poison potatoes are very rare, even though nobody wants them. You have to harvest a fuck ton of poison potatoes to get a poison potato. Even though they're more common than silk-touched emerald blocks, because you can still technically respawn them, and you can't respawn silk-touched emerald blocks because the server had a specific size. It wouldn't go out more than 64,000 blocks by 64,000. I think it was that. No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that far. The server went out as far as 20,000 blocks. And that was as much as that their server could handle. So there was an invisible barrier at that point. So there was a finite amount of these blocks. So I based it off of the rarest block in the game and how many were found. And how many were silk touched. And said, okay, this is the value. And the other valuable item was wither skulls, because the wither was hard to build. Nether stars were hard to get because they needed 3 wither stars. So you build your currency around the rare block, and you say, okay, how many wither skulls would you give for this? Well, that's not very valuable. You'd have to give me a shit ton of that for 1 wither skull. Oh, that's kind of valuable. I might give you a wither skull for that. And then then the currency had decimals and things. So I based it on that. So people were willing to do that. They would give me items that they mined, and then I would say, okay, that's worth this much currency. And I put it in my book. And then they'd say, okay, now you have this much currency. What do you want to buy with it? And they said, okay, I want this. And then I would deduct their currency from the book and give them the item. It's very simple.
Yeah.
And it works great, especially when people need a lot of materials. And they just don't have the time to build them all. Oh, hey, Derpy. So I had a lot of fun doing that. And people thought my shop was very fair. They said, oh yeah, I love going to Zen's shop. I feel like I'm not getting cheated.
I mean,
And
I
it
ran the
worked great.
market mob spawner.
There you go. This
But
mod pack has, of course it has.
people were good at breaking mob spawner.
Well, this mod pack, of course, as we know, has it has
Getting them.
actually coins. Is this course? It actually has gold. So my shop will run based on the gold you get by killing monsters. But I have to make it to where it's not worthless. So you can farm infinite gold, but it does take a while. So I'll have to build it around that. And you can't buy coins unless you have 1,000 GP. So then you can break it down into two 500s, or 1,000 coin that you can break down into two 500s, and then 100s, and then 50s, and then whatever. So once you get 1,000, you can start using coins. Kiba was very nice, and he made a nice coin. He made items. He made coins, and I have a bunch of them, which I love because now we have a way to transfer gold. So
The big issue about that mod pack is not enough people play it.
oh, I don't mind, but we're gonna get more people. I know we will.
Yeah, but see, those people are gonna be like, wait, well, what's this? Well, why can't I kill this? I can't kill that. I can't kill this. That's why I'm saying it finally restarted. No shit. Sorry. That's why I said we need to have a quest book.
Well, we'll need
That's
to.
something that we need to.
We can do that. We can do quest books. We'll sit down and think of it on the weekend, I suppose, because I have time on the weekends. Okay, what am I doing? The NPC market. It's upstairs. Why am I going downstairs? Do 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 do. This is going to be the overflow stock room. Second floor stock room. No one should come up here. Do 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 do. Third floor NPC market. Nobody should come up here except me. Yes. Okay, I have a crafting table here. I should.
All right, now it's checking my disk. That's something I should have done from square one.
And you know what I should have done from square one, guys, if you're watching, is bring some dirt up here so I could do some basic prototypes before I decide to build shit. God damn it! It's always something, isn't it? All right.
Hold on.
Do 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 do. I need to start the
All right,
marketplace.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, we'll go for a while.
Okay, so the booths. There's gonna be some booths here. This is like the dark market. This is the black market area.
So now that this thing's scanning and repairing, see what it did before. What it did before it actually died of what originally. It constantly scanned and repaired every time I booted it up. It like broke or something, and then it needed to scan and repair the disk drive.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, fine. I'll let it scan and repair the disk drive. Boot it up, worked just fine. Worked for 3 or 4 days. Next thing, blue screen me, screwed up, whatever. Broke. Had to wait again. 3 or 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
Again. And it worked. And then it got to where it was doing it every time I booted it up. Well, one time I booted it up, and it was just like, hey buddy, fuck you, I'm not booting it up anymore. And it just stayed on and just wouldn't boot up at all. So my dad took over and to see what he could do with it. And he, after breaking a 32 gigabyte flash drive, because he had to format it to launch Windows off of it to get my computer to see what was wrong with it, to check error codes and scan stuff. He finally figured out that it was the primary drive going bad. Well, a bug that I noticed that this primary drive had in it is if you take it, right, and you hit like the W key a little too hard, and it'll throttle and wiggle that hard drive disk inside of the hard drive, and it'll cause the whole computer's visual drive to screw up. So I'm thinking they left the filter off of it when they originally put it in. That they left something off of it to keep it fade. Because if you hit that key hard enough, it's going to spaz out. The other thing I'm thinking of is that they didn't use a very good grade of plastic when they put it together. So it's kind of got issues too there. Like, because it has carbon fiber. It's carbon fiber. But I don't think it's not very well constructed.
Mm-hmm.
That's why what I want to do is find a job somewhere and build one. And build me a good desktop. A good desktop and then a good computer. For streaming, recording, everything. And then hell, at some point I'd build another one specifically for streaming. And link the two together.
Mm.
But I have nowhere to put two beefy, big old desktops. Or even one for that matter. So I'm just taking the laptop. See, the original reason we got the laptop was because we planned on making multiple trips to Georgia after my mom died. Because it was the money from what was left over after we did her funeral and covered everything. That's where it came from. So he bought it for me for Christmas. So we're gonna like, well, he goes, I was gonna get the desktop that you saw, because and how I knew it, I thought about it, because we went through Walmart, right? We walked through Walmart, and I saw it, and I'm like, oh, that's cool, they sell gaming computers here now, because it was in this like area where they normally have like random stuff, and I saw the only computer sitting there, and it was a desktop. I'm like, oh, that's cool, they sell gaming computers now, and that was it, you know, and we left, and so Christmas rolled around, and we spent he bought a brand new computer. I mean, a brand new keyboard with that money, as well as some other stuff that we needed that or wanted. And from there, the thing lasted about 6 months before having that driver. And now it's been roughly about that since this time. And if this is going to keep having this issue, and the drivers are going to keep killing each other, I'm going to take it somewhere and be like, look, I need to figure out what's causing it. Because I can't just keep having the hard drives crash every 6 months. And it shouldn't be doing that. It's designed for gaming and heavy usage. That means that the drives that were put in it are not. No?
It's not designed for that. No. It's not designed for that.
Apparently not. Apparently not.
No. Get it right.
There's some things that I leave it running all night.
You shouldn't do
So
that.
I can, huh?
Shouldn't do that.
Well, I know I shouldn't do that, but I reboot it when I wake up. But even if I play on it 24 hours a day and reboot it, it's just fun. I know people that, I know my buddy, well, that's not my buddy anymore, he's more of a dick than anything, but,
He's a dick.
he is. He's a Minecraft server owner, he's from Texas.
It's a big douchebag, you know.
He is. No, he is. So, I was staff on his server, right? And now, before I joined, I learned that after the fact, but I learned that he had a large staff pool, he was rivaling Hypixel. Well, I discovered and learned that half of his staff rebelled against him and had a coup against him, and it almost destroyed his network entirely. Now, he blamed the staff for it. It wasn't the staff. It's just that you're such a dick and a bad server owner. When someone has a problem, figure something out, he You know?
Alright. Yeah.
And so he needed the server shops done. He tasked me to do it. So he has 10 servers. I have to go into every server and put up 380 something signs for however many items were in that Minecraft version. Sell by item name. 10 times that by 10. By myself. And I said, there's no way in hell I can do that by myself. And he goes, oh yeah, he goes, well, I built the whole entire spawn by myself. And I'm like, I don't give a shit what you did. You can't expect one person to do that and spend 10, 15 hours doing this stuff all by themselves. So I said, I'm gonna have to have help with it. And he goes, all right, well, just ask the other staff members to do it. I said, all right, that's fine. Well, we'll just have everyone get on and help. And he's like, oh, well, Teresa's not gonna help because she's the programmer. And she just doesn't give a shit. If it's programmed, she doesn't care about it. And I said, well, a lot of good she does, and she doesn't even want to help build the server. And not to mention, when she programmed the plugin to run the server, she broke the damn thing and flooded his drive so full of data it almost crashed his hard drive that he was running the server off. And he told her, he said, this needs to be fixed. And she kept dodging it. And he's like, all right, fine. If you don't fix this shit, I'm going to sue you for it. Because at this point, she was damaging his hard drive so bad that now they make noise when they run. So she's like, all right, fine, I'll fix it. So she fixed it. The plugin, it's been like a couple years now. The plugin is still not done. She hasn't finished it. So he's like, all right, well, I'll do this. He posted in the thing because he's like us. He's like my family. He doesn't have a lot of money. So he has a hard time affording things, and he figured, which was the dumbest fucking thing he's ever did, instead of getting a job, I'll run a Minecraft server and make millions.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, it works when you're the worst person on the fucking planet. It's really bad when he's like the Hitler of Minecraft. That's how I see him. When I see him type, it just annoys me. I just want to strangle him. Anyone that's like, he goes, oh, if you can't type a simple command, you're an idiot, right? I was on there, and I messaged, and these guys were talking a bunch of shit. Like, doing, like, stuff. I said, look, I was streaming that time. I said, Zilla, this is going too far. I needed to tell them. I put in, I said, the guys, this is going too far. The conversation needs to end. Fucking Zilla just sat there, laughed, and let it go. And I said, look, I'm warning you guys again. And he was in there. I said, Zilla, how do I mute people? He goes, enter the mute the command. Okay, mute. Didn't work. I said, what fucking command is it? There's like 20 of them. And he's like, it's this one. And I did it again. He didn't work. He goes, oh, it's this one. And I did it again. I was like, then what is it? So he ended up muting me for it. I said, Zilla, look, you need to unmute me and you need to do your job as a fucking server. Because this is getting ridiculous.
Your mic sounded like there was wind on it.
Yeah, I'm outside walking around the block. It's the wind blowing really weird.
I might have to close Discord chat to finish up what I'm doing and then to end the stream.
Because he's just that bad of an owner. Kiba, yeah, we know Kiba has speaking problems, but he's willing to listen and try to help you. That's what makes Kiba a better owner. It's straight up. I mean, yeah, he's not getting as much light as he should, but that's what their owner. He actually listens. And when someone says, oh, there's a problem, like there's many of times when we were playing the game or something, and he dropped what we were doing and went to the server to see what was going on. Zilla does it. If you holler at Zilla, he thinks if you need to talk to him, you need to go to TeamSpeak to get a hold of him. And I told him many of the times, I said, are you a moron? I said, no one's going to install TeamSpeak just to tell you that something's wrong so you can tell someone to go over there and fix it because you're in the middle of a game of Warframe. Me and him butt heads back and forth. Me and Teresa butt heads back and forth, so I just said, fuck it up. And he's like, oh, well, I've had many complaints about how bad of a person you are. I said, bullshit. Yeah, well, it's not my fault. You're a moron. Let's see how much. Oh, look, it's still at 0 fucking percent. Yay.
Righto. Well, I'm gonna close the Discord, finish up what I'm doing, and then, goddamn, probably go to bed early because I'm still tired as fuck.
Alright.
Alright, dude. Great talking, and I'll certainly talk to you guys soon about all kinds of plans. So.
Yeah. I mean, this needs to be done. Keep it once this pack's going away.
Oh, I know.
There's no avoiding it.
Of course.
Alrighty, then I'll talk to you later, man.
Absolutely.
Alrighty. Peace.
Laters. Alright, looks like I've quit Discord, and I'm almost done with the stream, I think. I was building the market stalls, and not to cut him off or anything, he's kind of cool, but he was bitching about personal life and personal things and server things and things unrelated to this, which is okay. Everyone has their own issues, right? Which is why I'm always iffy about turning on the Discord chat while I stream. But I like to keep it on sometimes because, again, Kib is the server moderator, and it's nice to share with them ideas as I'm building. Sometimes he'll be here. Sometimes we can have a lot of fun. I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep that second post or not, or get rid of it. I wanted to keep the NPCs from being able to jump up. Like, if they're sitting here, I wanted to keep them from going like this, you know? Because it just would look stupid. Then you wouldn't be able to talk to them. I could do that if I just put like a half block here, and they couldn't jump up. Just a half block is all it takes. Not the fence posts, which allow them to do this. Fence posts are okay for like gates and things, but they can't jump up. They can jump up here, see? But if there's a half block here, they can't do that. But if I put a half block here, I actually don't need to put the gate up. That's the thing. I thought the gate looked pretty good as like, you know, like you go up and it's like the cage, right? Or like a tent canvas or something. But if you just put a half block here and here, they literally can't jump up. And you can still interact. Like, you know, if you put it there, you can still interact. But yeah, it would look stupid. So that's kind of why I don't want to do it, because it blocks visual. You could put the half block on the top side if you wanted to keep them from jumping up. Instead of having the gate overhang like this, you could put the half block there instead, like this. And then they can't literally jump at all. They can't pop up. In so doing that, is a thing. I mean, yeah, you can do that, and it will keep them from interacting with each other, because I just want to trap them down here forever, because that's kind of what I do. I'm a psychopathic like that. I just want to keep those little assholes right here, and they can't do dick. All they can do is this. And if you put the half blocks down like that, I mean, like, it looks a little weird. That's my thing. I'm not sure I want to keep it like that, because I do like the posts, okay? I like the posts between booths. And I like the overhang of the booths, you know? There's a lot of things I like. There's a lot of designs that I like, and some designs that I don't like, but they're practical. And I do like practicality, you know, with all of this. It's just, that looks kind of shilly. That's the thing. You could still put a gate here. Looks a little less silly. But I don't know if I like that. I mean, that really doesn't give me the right vibe as something like this does. You know? So, if anyone watches this to the end, this is basically the end, And the NPCs can, in fact, jump up. Like, you know, you have one here. He could, in fact, you know, do this and sit here. You know, because he could do that. It would just look stupid. But he can't get anywhere. He's stuck, but he could still jump up on the ledges, see? That's the whole idea behind the other piece. I wanted functionality. I wanted to keep them really, really still, you know. So this is the method to do that. They can't physically move forward. They can't physically move to the side. You can't get that any other way. You can keep them from the side if you put the half block here and then put the spike on the roof. But it wouldn't look all that great. But then you couldn't keep them from jumping up here on this ledge. There's all kinds of options available for the booths. I mean, you need quite a few. You need the farmer, the blacksmith, the priest, the librarian. Those are the 4 professions, and you know, you get maybe a couple of good ones, and you can build some booths. Here I have the walkway is 4 wide, so if the market is 4 wide, then that means there has to be booths here, and this is the edge. Like I'm just keeping with form, right? Oops, keeping with form, and then the market booths themselves have to be 5 wide. They have to be 5 wide like this because here's the lip, here's where they stand, here's the divider wall, here's where they stand, here's the thing. So that's how big they have to be. And if you do that, you get 6 more booths. And if I do that, and you do 4 more here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you do this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, you can't do that. See, you won't be able to access the middle guys. If I make the walkway 3 instead of 4, then I have a 2 walkway in the middle. And that's a little sad. However, if I put the booths the other direction, we have some options. For instance, if you, like, here's a counter, right? God damn it. Okay, here's a counter, right? Instead of putting them this way, I put them this way. And if I put them that way, I could put a whole line of counters here. But how much of a walkway do you make? Do you make a 3 or a 4 walkway? 1, 2, 3. Because if I do that, then I need a wall, 2 for the booth, a wall, 2 for the booth, a wall, 2 for the booth, a wall, 2 for the booth. Can't do it. You need 1 more piece. So if I get rid of that 1, I can have the even market. Okay? So 1 booth, 2 booth, 3 booth. And if I have 3 NPC booths this way, and 3 NPC booths that way, then in this particular case, then they stand there. This is the wall. They stand here, and this is the counter. So if they do that, and don't forget, like, there's also counters here. So if I do that, then you know that there's going to be 6 here. And if you do that, there's 3 spaces here and 4 spaces here. If you walk here, though, 1, 2, 3, and then, you know, how far back do you go? Because I got 3 as a walkway here. Because it's even with this right here. And I kind of want to do that. So maybe in this particular case, there'll be a back of a booth, but not a front of a booth. Because if you're, hey cuz, if you're gonna walk this way, the markets will face you in the main bazaar. Okay? And if they do that, and this is the main face, I always give myself restrictions and try to work within those restrictions. It makes it a lot more interesting, at least in my humblest of opinions. So see, I can't do 5 because it won't be even. So if I do a whole another piece of booths this way, I actually can, this is where it stops, this is where it starts, right here. Right here. And if I have another, I'll destroy these and put something down substantial. Do not worry. Because it's going to be here. A bunch of booths, right? This is just the prototype, you know. So it goes here. They stand the wall, they stand the wall, right? I don't want mobs to spawn here, so I'm going to torch some things up for now. The thing is, well, I don't have to put the double-decker here. I can put the double-decker here, and then have these guys face inward. So there'll be no one facing outward here. This will be the back of the booths. I can do that. And so if this is the double-decker instead, they stand back of the booth. Do I have any more dirt? They stand back of the booth. Okay. So they stand back of the booth. So, oh yeah, it's the narrow part of the marketplace. So, see, the double-decker is here, right? So there's a main boulevard of the market. You walk this way, you go, oh yeah, I have 6 booths on each side. And it would be kind of cool if you could walk down this one, also have them face this way. If you did that, though, you'd have to sacrifice. See, because in this current setup, I can have 9 booths, all right? 9 booths here, 9 booths here, that's 18, plus 6 on each side. So then you do 12, plus 16. So I can have 28 booths. If I were to, per se, divide this up a little differently. Okay, so now we know what we're doing here. I don't need this piece of dirt. I can recycle it for my own use. I'm going to recycle some of this dirt for my own use, just so I can have more to work with initially. So let's see, if I go over here and I say, well, what if there was a booth here? And so, honestly, like right here. And so this is the back of his booth. And if it's also the back of his booth, yes, I'll put a torch here, don't worry. Then how many booths can you have? Oh, god damn it. Then how many booths can you have? Well, as you can see, they stand there, back of the booth. How much space do you need? You need 2 more on this side. So, like, if he's gonna stand here and that's the back of the booth, and see, you can't have 4 wide if you do that. But if I do a 3 wide, so he stands here, this is the back of his booth. And if that's the back of his booth, then this guy stands here. Ugh, this is annoying. I could use the shovel for this. So if he's standing here, and then this one, I made a shovel, and I'm not using it. So then, you know, how much is 2 wide? So if I did 1, 2, 3 instead of 4, so then it's 3 instead of 4. It's 4 here, but it'll be 3 here. So 1, 2, 3, right? So there's the mark. There's the booth. This is the wall. This is the corner of the booth. He stands here, right? So there's going to be one there. I'm just saying if. And if that's the case, then this is the back of his wall, and this is a wall where this torch is. This is a wall here. And then it goes like this. So there's 2 and a wall. And if that's his wall right here, then there's 2, you see? It doesn't quite work because you double up a wall here and you lose some space. Okay, I actually don't need this here right now. So I can take that away. Give myself 4 more pieces of datty. So if you actually did this, then you would have 3 booths on this side. Now remember, in the old setup over here, you count them. We have, oh fuck, there's some dirt. I need that. temporarily anyway. Xen, you could have just brought 2 stacks. Shut up. All right, so in this particular stack over here, this is 6 booths, 9 booths, right? 9. So in this stack, you're going to have 3 booths this way, 3 booths this way. That's 6. So that's 6, right? Because they're going to go up here 3 just like these, and then over here just like these. So that's 6, 7, 8. And in this particular case, you get 9 booths. The only benefit to this one is that, well, there's NPCs on each side of you. And if you did back of the booth stuff, see, he'd have to stand here, and then there's 3. So like, and I can't do it anymore unless I, 1, if I separated it by 2, we'd have enough. So there would be a really narrow gap here to separate it by 2. And the narrow gap, like, there's not a whole lot of space in that narrow gap then, right? If there's only 2 spaces here, and you put the wall here, so 2 spaces, and you got this little market guy right here, and this is the back of his booth. Hold on. So this guy's gonna have, you know, well, this guy right here, this is his booth, you know, and then there's the booth. And I really, really wish I had more dirt. So see, this is his booth. He's got to have a back. And then there's, you know, this one, and then, you know, 1, 2, dot. Right? I'm not sure I like this, but, you know, 1, 2, dot. That's his stall. This is the back. Torch. Yeah, that's his stall, that's the back. So that's his stall, that's the back. It starts here all over again. 1, 2, booth. 1, 2, booth. See, if you do that, then you will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 in a box configuration. And will that be cool? Yes, that would be cool. In fact, that would be really cool. The only downside is that it's kind of a tight little squeeze back here. As far as aesthetics go, the double booth here is cool for 6 and then 7, 8, 9. So you don't get them facing you from every direction, but you do get a lot more space for, you know, 1, 2, 3, for 3 less booths. You get a lot more walking space, and it would be like an open, happy marketplace. So if I made 12 booths that way, it's kind of tight, but it works better as far as efficiency, and I get more booths and I can have more NPCs have more stuff. Or I can do the other method where there's a bigger walkway here and I lose the center booth. So I lose this one right here. But at the same time, I have 10 booths. And this one I only have 9. See, I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If I do the box, I'll get 10 booths with the wider walkway. I can do 12 with the narrow, 10 with the wider, or 9 with the super wide. So there's beautification reasons for doing the big one, or the wide one. You walk up and you don't really need that many stalls. And there is that problem you have where you're behind the stalls back here. So you have that problem of actually going behind the market instead of where everyone has their face to you. So to be perfectly honest with you guys, I'm actually not into the wider one, but I don't know if I'm into the 12 one or if I'm into the 10 one. fact, I think I'll outline them both in dirt and we'll see where we go with it, because I'm actually now not sold on the 9. I'm not sold on the 9 anymore because I don't want people going behind the marketplace. It's just, I want all of the market vendors' backs to be towards each other and everyone who walks around. Even though, you know, it could be a little bit more cumbersome to do that. I don't know if I want the narrow one or the small, you know, whatever. So, 12 or 10. We're stuck with 12 or 10. If I do 10, it's 10, 20 plus 12. 32 actually is a really good Minecraft number. There's something to be said about that. If I do the 12, it's 24 plus 12, which is, you know, 36, which is an okay number. It's more. But 32, you know, I'm pushing more for the 32 now. Just to be perfectly honest, I kind of like the 32 idea. Because now I know it's like, oh yeah, 32 stalls in the marketplace. Half a stack. And the 32 stalls, I mean, yeah, you lose 4 stalls, but you get a slightly wider walkway. So to be perfectly honest, I'm actually basically sold on the wider walkway. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, not 4, right? It was 3. Yeah, because there's a booth here. So these guys do that. They stand there. And then this guy, he can't stand here. So this is his counter here. So he stands there. So it's that's where he stands. Yeah, because well, actually he can't stand here. Because I need a space for the thing. This is his counter. Dumbass. He has to stand here. He stands here. So it's 1, 2, you know, space. Yeah. And then you look at this one. This is his counter. And so I'm not going to do a 1-by-1 booth. I don't like how cramped that is. Okay, so don't panic, guys. I'm not going to do a 1-by-1. Although I could and get a hell of a lot more out of it. I don't think I could get 64 out of it. Yeah, I probably could. But do I want a 64? God damn it. Do you even need 64 NPCs down here? That would be like the entire village. 32 would be like half the village. And then everyone else up there will just be left, you know, to do whatever. So, you know, this, that. This is the wall. And then the vendor on the wall. And then, yeah, because the wall's, I'm not out of dirt yet, because then the wall's here. No. You have to work at it from the other side, Zen. You dumbass. 2, 3. This is his booth. This is where he stands on the matter. You know. Let's grab some of this. Yeah, I knew something was wrong. Okay, so let's see. He stands. Yeah, he stands here. And then the other NPC. This is his counter. So he stands there, and this is the back. That's the back, and then it meets right there. Again, it's less, but gonna salvage another piece of dirt here. So I still have the prototypes of each one. They just look a little different. Okay, yeah. That's not where it goes. Now, again, there. So, as you can see, this is a booth. He stands here. The dude stands here. So, and these booths, they just have, there's a wall here. This whole counter's a wall, right? And so, and then these guys are going to have 3 stalls, of course. And then it's just going to go back to back with the other 2. And there might be a tiny little space here that I'll just simulate. I mean, you can go in the back of the booth that way, but it'll be able to simulate how they get / in and out, quote unquote. Even though they can't really get in and out. And for this particular specific one, like, I could have non-functioning like this area. Like, see how it's like this? Like, this is the non-functioning area. Like, right here is where they would get in and out. So maybe I'll put, like, a non-functioning door there. Like, I'll put a door here that they can't open. Or if they open it, it won't matter. Like, you could put an iron door there. They can't open an iron door, but it's implied. And I could actually connect these booths with an iron door. Because NPCs can't open iron doors. So it gives the illusion that they could open them. And instead of doing it this way, so there's technically a way in and out of the stalls. And then someone could be a troll and just let them out, you know, bastard. But, you know, if they're going to be a troll, they're going to be a troll no matter what. They don't need my help. So, actually, no, they can't get in the middle. Because the 3 booths here will actually prevent them from getting in the middle. There's no way out. There's no way out. Anyway, that's speculation for another time. And if you did single booths, just single booths, right? So in this particular case, it would be a dude here, a wall, a dude here, a wall. Okay, that's 2. A dude here, a wall, that's 3. A dude here, a wall, that's 4. Dude, wall, 2, wall, 3, wall, 4, wall. So then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And if it's 16, and then you do it like this, then there's, you know, and you're looking at it like this. And then, you know, you look at the boulevard here, and, like, who knows how wide it has to be. Then you have wall 1, wall 2, wall 3, wall 4, wall 5, wall 6, wall. You can't do 7 in a wall if you do 2 wide. You could do 6. If you make it 3 wide, then you have wall 1, wall 2, wall 3, wall 4, wall 5, wall 6. 1, 2, 3. No, you can't do wall 6 because you need a wall here. So you can do 5. So you could do a row of 5, and then, I mean, that would be 16. And then you could do a row of 5, but you would need 16 minus 64. I mean, that's 54 minus 4 is 50. That's 48. And you can only put 5 wide. So you would need, you don't have enough rows. I mean, you would need to be able to do 10 rows of 5. And if you do 10 rows of 5, that'd be 50, and you'd be just over, but then I could make these booths only do 3 in some sections. And if you did 10 wide, I mean, you have the wall, the dude, the wall, the dude, the wall. And then you have all this space. Then you have like space. And that's 10. And even if you do only 1 space, then you have the wall, the dude, the wall, the dude. Then you have a space. So then you have 10, 20, 30, 10, 20, 30, 40. You're at 40. Then if you have a space, you would need to put them this way. And then you would have, which would like interfere with everything, but you could still do it. And you could do a wall, a dude, a wall, a dude, a wall. That's 3. 1, 2, 3. And then it's 4, 5, 6. And then it's 7, 9, that's 12. You could do 40 plus 12 is 52. 52, you need another 14 to make 64. Oh, how the fuck did you get down here? Oh, you're glitching out. You're actually not there. So you would need 14. And you could only do 4, but you could do 16, so you could knock off 2 and do 14. You actually could do 64. That guy's glitching out. He's not actually there, he's actually up here. But if I can find him, I can talk to him and reset him. I just don't know where he is. Yeah, because he's not actually up here right now. He's not actually down here. He's just clipping because of probably there's too many NPCs in that area. Which is right here. Which is right there. Which is near the lip of the barracks. So if it's near the lip of the barracks, it's like right here. So there's probably a bunch of dudes up there clipping. Okay, so that's fine. I don't want to do 64. Can I? Yes. You can do 64. It would be a little bit cramped and you could do it. But I'm kind of digging the 32. Okay? Because I have an even 3 here and even 3 here, so I have 12. And minus 12 is 20. So I can do 10 booths on each side. And I like the 10 booths on each side. There you go. And I'll say, yep, there are 32 booths in my marketplace. So I don't know if I'm going to get a whole lot of comments, but, and you might say, no, I would rather have this tighter squeeze instead of this way. I'd rather have this way with less market space to walk through, or just more wide. I just like the wide. I do. This is fine, but I'm not a huge fan. I'm not saying I'm not a fan, I'm just not the biggest fan of all this. So anyway, that's where I stand. I think I'm going to go with this design, unless a lot of people tell me otherwise. Because once it's built, it's really hard to change. Impossible? No. Hard? Yes. Alright, so that's everything I'm going to do. I've been streaming for too long. I've been talking now for way too long. So thank you for watching. If you were watching, I'll see you next time.